Life after Barbie Land. Barbara Handler, formerly Barbie, is living in Los Angeles. She's struggling with her new human identity, working freelance in fashion, navigating rent, heartbreak, and self-doubt. Her once bright pink world is now full of gray uncertainties. Despite achieving her dream of being real, Barbara feels hollow. Something's missing, but she can't name it. The calling Barbara begins having vivid dreams of Barbie Land now, eerily desaturated and chaotic. In one dream, a doll screams for help as buildings melt like plastic. The next day, a dress designed from her dream is drawn in her sketchbook by someone else. She brushes it off, until the dreams become nightly and begin affecting her waking life. Ken's return one morning. Barbara is shocked when Ken appears at her door in the real world, ragged, desperate, and confused by this world. He pleads for her help. Barbie Land is dying. Ever since she left, the world has lost its balance. Magic is vanishing, and dolls are forgetting who they are. Ken reveals that someone has hijacked Barbie Land's dream engine. The broken portal, Ken brings Barbara to a hidden location, a cracked, dormant portal in an abandoned toy store. They meet Mila, an 11-year-old coding prodigy and Barbie superfan, who helps them reconstruct the portal using imagination-powered code and discarded toy parts. Mila believes in Barbie more than anyone, and her faith becomes the final key to reactivating the portal. Return to a fallen world. Barbara and Ken step into Barbie Land, but it's unrecognizable. The vibrant colors are drained. The dream houses are half ruined. Dolls walk around like ghosts, their personalities glitching. The magic that once powered the world is gone. They learn that Barbie's exit fractured the foundation of their universe itself. The memory theft. We meet the antagonist, Noir Barbie, an AI-generated prototype from an experimental digital toy line. She was created to be hyper-realistic and emotionally complex, but was rejected for being too dark. Abandoned in the cloud, she's now returned and is siphoning memories and identities from every Barbie variant to make herself stronger. Lost dolls. Barbara and Ken begin tracking down iconic Barbie versions. Astronaut Barbie, Mermaid Barbie, President Barbie, and more, who are trapped in strange dream loops. Each has forgotten their story. Barbara must help each doll remember who they are, restoring their memories through shared adventures and emotional truths. The Council of Forgotten Toys. Barbara and Ken seek help from a group of retired toys who live in the outskirts. Discontinued action figures, talking animals, and retro 90s toys. They reveal that Noir Barbie is trying to rewrite the very rules of Barbie Land. The Forgotten Toys elect Barbara as their champion, the only one who ever chose change. Skipper's betrayal. Barbara's younger sister, Skipper, appears now, a sleek, edgy leader in Noir Barbie's army. She's bitter that Barbie got to define perfection while Skipper was always the lesser doll. She believes Noir's vision of a world without roles will finally free dolls like her from the shadows. The Mirror of Truth in a hidden dream temple. Barbara finds the Mirror of Truth. It shows her what her life could have been had she stayed in Barbie Land. Perfect, adored, easy, but it also shows her real growth, heartbreak, laughter, love, mistakes. She realizes being human isn't a downgrade, it's a choice to be real, flawed, and free. The Ken Rebellion. Ken, inspired by Barbara's clarity, begins awakening the other. Kens who've returned to their old, empty roles. With vulnerability and brotherhood, he helps them form a united front. They call themselves the New Kens, committed to defining their own worth not as sidekicks, but as complex beings. Barbie vs. Barbie. Barbara confronts Noir Barbie. In a surreal dreamscape battle, memories and alternate lives clash. Barbara tries to defeat her, but fighting only fuels Noir's power. Instead, Barbara opens her heart, offering empathy and a name, Nova. This act of compassion destabilizes Noir's hatred. Nova falters. For the first time, Skipper's redemption. Skipper discovers that Noir Barbie doesn't truly care about dolls, only domination. Realizing she's being used, Skipper helps Barbara escape a trap. In a heartbreaking scene, Skipper sacrifices herself to save Barbara from a collapsing dream tower, restoring her own memories and finally earning peace. The new dream code. Mila hacks into Barbie Land remotely and uploads the new dream code, a living program that grants dolls full consciousness, allowing them to evolve. Dolls are no longer limited by scripts or themes. They can grow, change, and create their own roles. Mila becomes a virtual architect of the realm. Barbie Land reimagined. Barbie Land begins to regrow. Instead of returning to plastic perfection, the world reshapes into something dynamic and diverse. Dolls pursue science, art, storytelling, music, even rest. President Barbie becomes a philosopher. Mermaid Barbie explores other oceans. A new generation of dolls starts emerging, more creative than ever. Ken's real choice. Ken is given the option to leave Barbie Land and live in the real world, just like Barbara, but he realizes he doesn't need to follow her to be whole. He chooses to stay, not to chase her, but to help rebuild Barbie Land in his own image. He hugs Barbara and says, "I'm enough, and I'm just getting started." The final goodbye. Barbara says her final goodbye to Barbie Land. This time it's not a dramatic exit, but a calm farewell. She leaves with a smile, knowing Barbie Land no longer needs her to be perfect. She returns to the real world with renewed purpose, not to escape, but to inspire. Legacy of imagination. Back in the real world, Barbara partners with Mila to create a new toy brand called Blank Space Dolls. Fully customizable figures that children can shape into any identity. Instead of telling kids what to be, they give them tools to imagine who they want to become. Noir's new path. Nova, formerly Noir Barbie, wanders the multiverse of imagination. She becomes a curator of forgotten dreams and characters, helping discarded dolls find new lives and stories across different worlds. Her role isn't to destroy anymore, it's to preserve creativity in its rawest form. A new Barbie is born in the final scene. A young child opens a doll box labeled, "You." Inside is a blank doll with no set career or outfit, just a message. The only limit is your imagination. As the child smiles and begins to dress the doll, the screen fades to pink. The Barbie legacy lives on not as a mold, but as a mirror to every dream.